Starting with breaking news.
Behavior of the suspect lends anyone to believe that there was some type of breakdown and or other entanglements that caused him to be so violent.
That breaking news we continue to follow tonight. A series of violent acts overnight in Genesee County included the murder of Congressman Dan Kildee's brother, Tim Kildee.
Genesee County Sheriff Chris Swanson says Tim Kildee's 27-year-old son was the one who shot and killed him during a confrontation at Tim Kildee's home. Our Kent Davis has been following these developments today and joins us now in the studio. So, Kent, take us through what took place.
There are 3 separate locations across the county, all connected to Tim Kildee's tragic death. Here's a picture of 59-year-old Tim Kildee of Vienna Township. Swanson tells us this started in Burden at 3 o'clock this morning. Police received a call for a domestic dispute on the 3500 block of Columbine, where authorities say a gun was pulled. The 27-year-old took off on foot before police arrived at the house. He called his mother, who eventually picked him up around 5 a.m. They were on their way to his father's home in Vienna Township, but he jumped out. The suspect's mother and Tim Kildee went to look for their son, though Tim eventually went back to the house. A short time later, the suspect showed up. The father and son got into a shouting match overheard by his other son downstairs. And then there was a gunshot. Prosecutor David Layden says they're waiting for a toxicology report before filing charges, though a preliminary list is taking shape.
We're probably looking at a count of open murder, a count of carjacking, a charge of armed robbery, a charge of using a firearm during the commission of a felony, a charge of carrying a concealed weapon, and likely a motor vehicle infraction.
And that motor vehicle charge comes from the crash in Genesee Township where he was arrested at the intersection of Bray and Stanley Roads. Swanson says he stole his father's truck and T-boned into another vehicle. Look at that wreckage there. The people in the other truck, however, did get away with minor injuries, but the 27-year-old suspect was taken to the hospital, where he remains in custody. A source familiar with the situation has told us that the suspect had a history of struggles with mental health and substance abuse. In Flint, Kent Davis, ABC 12 News.
All right, Ken, thank you. Tonight we are hearing from Congressman Dan Kildee releasing a statement after the announcement. Dan Kildee says, quote, "Our family is grieving and heartbroken. There are no words to describe the loss of a beloved brother and family member, especially in such a terrible tragedy." Kildee is asking the community to honor his family's privacy during this difficult time, and our thoughts are certainly with all of them.
Absolutely. And ABC 12 will continue to follow this breaking story right now. For more information, you can head to our website, abc12.com, and our social media pages.